Hello everyone, this is JW Vincent and welcome back to LPFFTC. I actually got it right for once. That's probably because I rehearsed this 3 times before we started. How nice. Let's play Final Fantasy to completion! A series where we will start where we started, rather, with Final Fantasy 1 and we'll continue onwards through Final Fantasy 9 on the PlayStation 1. And today we're going to actually take, we're playing Final Fantasy 2. We are on episode 58. We're going to take a slight break from the story. We need to. We need to take a slight break from the story, and with very good reason. Our characters are not of an appropriate level. Whoops, that's not what we want. Our characters are not of an appropriate level to be continuing into the final battle, particularly Leon, who we just picked up, who's currently at 550 hit points. Why? Oh, they must have cast Death. Well, that sucks. I hate sorcerers so much. Furion, on the other hand, he's putting out the damages right now, so we can at least appreciate the existence of Furion on our team. So our goal here, we're going to go ahead and kill the sorcerers and the werepanther. Then we're going to revive Leon. We're going to heal Leon to full health, and then we're just going to cast Ultima on the team a couple of times. I think Shell hit everyone, so we'll have to recast Shell on Leon. Otherwise, we're set there. Furion. It's Furion, and it's Leon. Otherwise, we'll actually, we might spend a majority of this episode just in these minor fights like this. Okay, one more kill there. Let's actually go ahead and, do I have silence? No, I don't. Okay, let's cast Curse. Cast Life on Leon, and that's going to get us started. That's basically going to get us rolling on this leveling up system. It occurs to me that I should have had something to talk about before we started this. I gave my wife the Final Fantasy 2 rant yesterday. Like, the whole rant. So let's go ahead and start with, this game is broken. Like, it is just about as broken as they come because of the wonderful things he does. This game is basically completely broken. Because... No! Well, there goes our plan to grind. Leon gonna be like, what was that about grinding? I couldn't hear you, what? What I was saying was Final Fantasy 2, I don't know what I was saying, but Final Fantasy 2, I completely forgot, has some good qualities. It actually has a lot of redeeming qualities. Like, it's a good game with poor execution is what it is. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want the stupid gold needle. That's right, we need to go into town and sell things. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Great game. Some poor execution. Particularly, I would note that Final Fantasy 2 has got to have a better story than Final Fantasy 1. It just does. Final Fantasy 1 is like the generic adventure game where it's like, evil encompasses the land, save the world from evil. Oh, okay. Then you get, we don't need those. You get Final Fantasy 2, and it's like, there is an evil force in the land, but let's be real, there's a whole lot of important stuff going on, and you need to follow all of it. And your best friend is actually the bad guy for a little bit. And the Emperor is not actually dead when you kill him, which is pretty standard for Final Fantasy games, I guess. And there are these beautiful characters that are really revealed throughout the story. And then you get the real treat. We don't need Crescent, I don't think. Then again, I feel I'm going to sell Main Gouge. We don't need that. We don't need Ripper because no one on our team uses daggers anymore. We don't need the Mithril Bow. We don't need the gold plate. I honestly don't think we need the flame mail and the ice mail. Or the flame shield for that matter. Like, these can probably all be sold. I'd like for the ninja suit and power sash to come in handy, but they're not going to. Like, I want my team armored, not slightly boosted. Boosted. Nah, I don't want that. I don't feel like we need... No, because everyone's wearing diamond mail, right? So we don't need that. Shade bow, bow that can blind opponents. We don't need that, because we have Yoichi's bow, which is far better, supposedly. We definitely don't need the buckler. I'm tempted to give the diamond shield to, No, let's get rid of it. We could probably pick one up later anyway if it really came down to it. As it turns out, Leon will be using axes, not spears. So we don't need the spears anymore. All these fancy spears we picked up. We don't need these ice brands. We only need one copy of Yoichi's bow. Don't need diamond gloves. I'm tempted not to sell the spear just in case something comes up. Alright, let's go back into our inventory, sort things out real quick. We got a lot more inventory space now. I wish I could get rid of items, of key items, because all they do is take up a space. That's a problem. The fact that you can't get rid of key items. Like Pokemon, the original Pokemon games had that problem too, because they had very limited storage space. And in the first generation, maybe even the second generation, key items acted as regular items, so they took up an inventory space. I know for a fact in third generation they fixed that by adding the key items pocket. I think they fixed that in second gen. We're rambling. Anyway, it'd be great if I could just put these somewhere. I want that one. I want my world map. I've had that since the beginning of the game-ish, and never used it until recently. Okay, next we need to cast Cure. Considering that we're going to heal anyway, we can just cast Cure as much as we like. Okay, I can't. What I'd like to do is just have Gus cast Asuna outside of battle, go into the inn, heal, cast Asuna outside of battle, go into the inn, heal, over and over again. Does blind persist between fights? Because I might blind my entire team if that's the case. Anyway, Final Fantasy II, beautiful story, great. There are some great story elements, particularly the fact that instead of having a permanent 4-man party, you have a 3-man party with 4th party members who join you in regular intervals. We're just going to wander around here and fight random things. But the catch to that is that some of those characters are going to die. Like, the only 4th party member slots that didn't die were Layla and Gordon and Leon. I don't know how the game ends. Leon might have to sacrifice himself in the end. I don't know. I assume not. We want to kill that first. We want to kill that first. We want to kill that. We want to kill that. After that, we'll kill one sergeant with... Leon has no, Can I unequip? I can. He doesn't have anything in his, item slots. So I can unequip Leon and have him punch, which will increase his strength, which is really all we need to do. It would be nice to raise his axe level, but his axe level is already pretty high. Anyway, great story. And all of those 4th character slots die except for Gordon and Layla, which is a really nice touch because you carry these guys around with you. You get a little attached. Not necessarily, like, super attached, but you can get attached to them. Yeah, I'm going to blind my whole party. I'm going to cast Shell on my whole party. And that should clear the field except for that one sergeant. From there I can have Furion cast Ice on the team. I can have Leon basic attack the team without anything equipped. And that'll do us. We'll just do that until we get to really low hit points. And then we'll go back to the inn and heal. Actually, we might. It depends on how many hit points, how many magic points Gus uses, which I'm planning on grinding his spells while I'm grinding Maria's, so presumably a lot. Like, I want Blink to be raised. Yeah, okay, this works. I'm not sure how much damage he'll do. We'll see right here, though. Maybe he won't do any, given that we're blinking. What was I saying? If he does very little, we can have him attack Maria. But I think Maria's going to drop her own hit points enough with Ultima. She did 83 damage to herself there? Yeah, she's probably fine like that. Yeah, he's not doing any damage. Anyway, like, all of these characters die, and they're, like, really touching moments in the game. They're like, oh, man, I can't believe Yosef had to sacrifice himself to save us. Oh, man, Mindu's having to sacrifice himself for the Ultima Scroll, which will ultimately prove useless. Not necessarily useless, but, you know, it's not like fire isn't doing more damage. I could just use fire and be okay. We didn't hit everyone with shield. We may as well go again. And like all of that makes for a good story. Ricard sacrifices himself so you can get away from the Emperor, so that you can go grind. That's why we're grinding, because I assume that whole Ricard sacrifice sequence has a meaning. Because obviously we would have the advantage as a 5-man team against the Emperor. So presumably that's a message from the game that says, you need to go level up some more before you do this. Which I may not have to, because I did do a little bit of grinding off screen. You'll note that I don't like taking advantage of that glitch, where you can technically not cast your spells and just queue them and then deactivate them. That glitch exists. I'm sure it's great. I personally just prefer to attack my party so that I can get those hit point increases and magic point increases as we go through. God, I can't stay on one subject. Anyway, like, it's a great story. And I'm not saying it's any better than any other Final Fantasy story. I think each Final Fantasy story has its own great values. Yes, even Final Fantasy X. But the level up system may as well not exist. Let's be real. Who needs this level up system? Like, I'd rather not have this level up system. I'd rather have a standard level up system. And look, I went into it thinking, oh, that's a cool idea. Especially the part where when your intelligence goes up a lot, your strength starts going down because you're not training your muscles, you're training your mind. Or as you get hit a lot, your intelligence goes down because you're getting hit a lot. A few blows to the head make you cast magic worse. It makes sense. It really does. But then, the fact that I have to grind for hours on end sucks. And I guess you really don't have to grind for hours on end. I mean, you can probably get away with... We're going to have him attack Gus a little bit. I think Furion's getting hit enough. Can he attack himself? That would be weird, but can he do it? I mean, they can cast magic on themselves, but that's because magic's AoE. Can you single target yourself? That'd be neat. Do you have a chance to evade if you hit yourself? Shouldn't self-attacks diminish evasion? If not completely eliminate evasion? You'll notice that we're only using ice on Furion, and that's because he's our ice caster. You'll recall that from when we had Layla on the team and she had Bolt. We're just gonna keep casting Blink. I know that sounds weird, but that's... So can he? Yeah, he can. He can attack himself. Neat. The point is to level up Blink as much as possible, so that when it comes time to fight the Emperor, I can at least attempt to negate his physical attacks. I thought the Emperor was a spellcaster, but so far he seems much more threatening as a physical attacker than a mage. Like, the only spells I've seen him cast, I think, are Stop and maybe Curse. Which, yeah, magic defense will be really useful, which is why we're casting all these spells on our team. Also because that's the only way to really do this. But that's right, he can't. He can't. Leon's unarmed strike is going to level up a bit, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. We can legitimately probably do this for about... Oh, we're 15 minutes in. I spent, what, 5 minutes in the store, though? We can probably do this for about 15 minutes in one fight. The only limiter is Maria's health, and once Maria's health gets too low, I can stop having her cast Ultima on everyone and just have her cast it on, say, Therian. Probably Gus. Gus needs that. Gus needs that help. Oh, he knows Silence. Let's cast Silence on the Sergeant. Because Silence, if it can affect the Emperor, will be really good. I don't think it can, but who knows. It'll be better to have like a level 10 Silence, cast it once, and have it fail or succeed, rather than have a level 1 Silence, cast it once, and be like, I don't know if it can affect the Emperor. It was only a level 1 spell. It has a really low chance to hit. I should probably cast it a dozen more times just to see. It may not be able to affect the Sergeant. Yeah, see, we're taking like 3 damage here from Ice, and Furian's perfectly healthy still. Removes beneficial spell effects. Well, boosts attack against various foes. I forgot about this one. This one's weird. I taught it to Gus, but it's a weird spell. I don't exactly remember how it functions. I just remember that it functions in a very weird fashion. It's like, it's not that it says it increases attack against various foes, but I think it actually has a different effect based on the foe you target. Hang on, let me just Google it. I'll just Google it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just you get an increase based on varying types of enemies. Maria is super low now. She's in the red. She should be fine to keep going, though. Because... Aura, Final Fantasy Wiki. Okay. We'll go ahead and cast Holy a little bit. Holy's a bit low-leveled. We could probably afford to cast it quite a bit, actually. Final Fantasy II, or as a black magic spell. I taught it to the wrong person. That adds monster types to physical attacks depending on its level. Allows the target to learn Aura. Okay. Aura adds the following effects per success. Okay, so every time you successfully cast it, you gain a new benefit. Which is stupid. Because that means that if you're fighting, the undead, you have to cast the spell successfully 8 times before you get the full benefits of it. That's a little dumb. Gus is getting down to about half health. Huh. The spell is bugged in the NES version, as it does not grant its extra bonus at level 8. That would really suck. Well, I know that I get a bonus against undead the 8th time I cast it. Cast. Still doing the same amount of damage to the undead. Yeah, Aura is probably one of those spells you could delete, if we're being real. Like, that sounds like a huge waste of time, and that probably means that it is. If it sounds like a huge waste of time, there's a good chance that it is. I don't know how powerful it is, though. I don't know if he gains that strength bonus from missing. I assume so. It's just the act of punching. My wife's been doing a lot of workouts recently while I've been playing video games. And no, I work out with her. I just do a different kind of workout. Like, she does... What she does is she Googles up these character workouts. Like, a Tomb Raider workout or an Avatar workout. And what I do is sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks, and jog. Get over it. Anyway, she's like, these workouts are like, do 40 punches. Or there's specific kinds of punches. Do 40 roundhouse kicks. Do 40 spinning kicks. Do 40 turn kicks. And then they have normal workout stuff in them too. Do 2 sets of 20 crunches. Or, you know, whatever. Like, whatever. I haven't paid a lot of attention to the workouts she does. I just know that she does them and that she spends a lot of time kicking and punching the air. So, I mean, obviously, if this is a recommended workout regimen, and it is, you do it in, like, martial arts classes, too. You just punch randomly because that's what you do. It obviously builds muscle. So, obviously, Leon punching the air should still increase his strength. There's no reason for it not to. Similarly, swinging a big sword around should increase your strength regardless of what you're hitting. In fact, you should probably gain more strength from swinging and having to stop the sword yourself rather than swinging and the sword stopping on someone's shoulder. Why are you swinging and hitting them in the shoulder and not the chest or the head? I don't know. I don't tell them what to do. Well, I do tell them what to do, but not like where to do it. We're getting down pretty low, guys. We're probably about to... We need to hit Leon more. I don't know why I've not been attacking Leon more. He needs to be punching himself so he can raise his evasion. Now, this is it, guys. This is the rest of the week. If you enjoy hearing me talk, and you just want to see like the grinding process, join me every day this week at 6 a.m. because we're going to be doing it. However, if you're not into that at like all, I recommend tuning back in next Monday because this is what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to have Leon punch himself because he's going to need those defense increases more than Furion and Gus. Although really, Gus needs defense increases. If he doesn't have defense increases, he's going to suck it up. Does Final Fantasy III have the Summoner class? I feel like Final Fantasy III is when the Summoner class was introduced. I might be wrong. But I feel like that's right. And if it is, can't wait to play Final Fantasy III. I've been saying that since we started playing this game. Like, the whole time I've been like, man, I want to play Final Fantasy III. Don't misunderstand at all. I want to play Final Fantasy III. I am so excited for it. Moments like this, I can't fault this game. Like, I don't like the way the grinding system works, but I do like that I don't have to fight hundreds of random battles to level up. I can just sit in this one, cast spells on myself over and over again, get everyone down into the red. Speaking of which, there's only one character not in the red currently. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, let's just cast Blind. I was supposed to be casting Silence, and I forgot about it. Let's come down here and cast it right now. So yeah, I don't know. Talking. It's hard, guys. You try it. It's hard. Particularly when I'm focusing on so many things. I like that I can just do this over and over and gain benefits out the wazoo. This is good. This is a good system. The way this system functions is not good. One thing I particularly liked, I did this one day before I went to school. One morning when I was in high school, I did this. I set up my laptop, not my laptop, my Xbox, because I had an Xbox at that time. I still have an Xbox, it's just broken. Not the same Xbox. I have a different Xbox that is just broken. Anyway, I had an Xbox. And I had Morrowind, the collector's edition or whatever. It was the one that came with Tribunal, Morrowind, and I said that in the wrong order. Morrowind, Tribunal, and Blood Moon. And that still might not be the right order. Tribunal might have come after. I didn't play Morrowind like as it was coming out. I can tell you the order that Skyrim or Oblivion expansions came out because I know them. I was playing those games when they were being expanded. I wasn't playing Morrowind when it was being expanded, so I don't know how that works. I don't know what order they happen in. I've never beat Morrowind all the way through. Morrowind is the game I probably was most infatuated with when I had it, but it's also probably the one that I've played the least of, storyline-wise. Anyway, all of that aside, in the Xbox version, there was a cheat code you could put in. It was like, I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something to the effect of, hold the left trigger, press black, white, black, white, black, white, white, black. Something like that. That's not necessarily exactly what it was, but it was something to that effect. And when you were done, it would do something. Sorry. It would increase your life regen. You could do the same thing for mana regen and energy regen. There were 3 separate codes, if I recall correctly. Which energy regen was completely useless as far as I was concerned. I didn't understand the way the game functioned, though. So you activate this cheat, and then, that's fine. And then once you've activated the cheat, you go in, and you put on the best, whatever armor you want to level up. Like, if you want to level up your unarmored skill, you don't put on armor. But if you want to level up, like, light armor, which is what I wanted to do, you equip a full set of light armor. And then you wander out into the water and let slaughterfish attack you. Boom. And then, if you want to level up your acrobatics, what you do is you take your controller cord, you wrap it around the handlebar. Someone biked by and I said handlebar instead of, you wrap it around the joystick so that your joystick is doing this. Sorry, so that your joystick's doing this, right? And then your character will swim perpetually in a given direction. And this only, because of the pop-up system, the way that it pops up after you gain 25 levels, it's not as efficient as I would have liked. But basically, you can do this over and over again. And get your your athletics, and your light armor up to huge levels. By huge levels, I mean level 100, eventually. So I would set the game up, I would do that, I'd go to school, I'd come back, I would have gained 25 levels. And then I'd do homework or my chores or whatever. While it was still doing that, I'd gain 25 more levels. And that was how I played the game. It's I have a small problem where I don't like a balanced game. Like, I don't have a problem with a balanced game at all. I think games should be balanced. I don't think a game should be so overly difficult that you just can't beat certain sections of it. And I also don't think that a game should be so easy that it's a cakewalk. I don't like Superman 64 because its control system is ridiculous and it's incredibly hard. And it frustrates me to no end to play it. And comparatively, over time, I've gotten bored of Bomberman. I'm not sure if it's Bomberman 64 or Bomberman Hero. It's the adventure game that doesn't have multiplayer, whichever one that is. I don't play that anymore because it's so tiringly easy. I'm getting down there in magic points. Maybe not on Gus. Gus is actually looking perfectly fine. But Maria's getting pretty low. Which is fine. I can just have her attack the party with her bow. And provided Blink is working correctly, we'll be fine. I can't believe we haven't stunned him once, or silenced him, or put him to sleep. All the spells I've cast on that guy, none of them have worked. What is this? I'm trying to get Leon into red before we continue. So yeah, we can do one 30-minute episode in one fight, theoretically. Did I do my intro? I don't think I did. Oh well, whatever. I worked hard on that intro. No, I didn't. It's a fairly straightforward intro. But yeah, you can do that in Oblivion too. More noteworthy, more notable than the... Because I don't know if there was a health regen cheat. That was what made the armor grinding work. It was the health regen cheat. But in Oblivion, what you could do is... Okay. Everyone's in red now. We're good. In Oblivion, what you could do is, during the tutorial, there's a section where the game actually teaches you to sneak. See, look at all these stat increases. Why did Maria's spirit increase? Leon's unarmed skill improved. What a surprise. Hey, and we got a doom scroll. Look at that. Brilliant. Brilliant. I can't keep straight which direction I need to move my arm. I want to look at Leon's unarmed skill and see what it actually went up to. 3. Did it start at 2 or did it start at 1? His accuracy is only at... It's 1% away from being 4. Actually, everyone's accuracy is at a 99%. How does that work? Yeah, anyway. So that's my story for today, guys. You can grind in Oblivion in the opening sequence the same way that I grinded my athletics, and you can grind your athletics the same way in Oblivion too. You go to the room with the goblin, you turn, you face the corner, you wrap your controller like this, and you activate stealth, and your character walks into that corner until his stealth reaches 100. Data saved. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out the links in the description. You can follow those instructions, the outro that's about to play, and it'll really help you out. It'll really improve your life. If you enjoyed this, be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're going to be continuing our grinding sessions. If you didn't enjoy this, just come back next Monday because... Whew! That's like 2,000 gil for one grind session. This is going to suck. I should have cast Cure on everyone because Gus still had 100-something magic points. Anyway, rejoin me next Monday because we'll be continuing the story. Hopefully we could finish the Emperor off within that week, but who knows. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment anyway. Let me know what I can improve on, and be certain to click my icon in the upper right to subscribe for more upcoming content. I upload multiple Let's Play videos daily. In fact, there's another one right there in the bottom left corner. For more on this series, be sure to check out the playlist in the bottom right corner. Have a great day.